Hello everyone, myself Paul Augustine from Department of Computer Science and Engineering of Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to deal with the subject Sustainable Engineering MCN201. Today's lecture is from Module 2 and the topic is Environmental Pollution. This lecture includes what do you mean by environmental pollution, air pollution and its effects, water pollution and its sources. Environmental pollution. As you all know, environmental pollution is a threat to the sustainable development. Pollution of the air, pollution of water, pollution of soil, then at workplace. So there are different types of pollution. So these all pollutions are often a threat to human development, and due to this pollution we will have different types of diseases also. Air pollution refers to any physical, sometimes chemical, or any biological change in the composition of the air. In other words, we can say air pollution may be defined as the presence of an undesirable material in air in large quantities that will cause undesirable effect on human health and environment. An atmosphere is a layer or a set of layers of gases surrounding a planet or other material body that is held in place by the gravity of that body. The thickness of atmosphere is around 64 kilometers. Atmosphere mainly consists of 5 layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere. The troposphere starts at the Earth's surface and extends from 6 to 20 km. The stratosphere starts just above the troposphere and extends to 50 kilometers. Mesosphere 85 km, thermosphere 690 km, and exosphere 10,000 km. Due to air pollution, 2.4 million people die annually, and among them 6.2 lakhs are Indians. Sources of air pollution. Due to motor vehicle exhaust, it will release gases like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, hydrocarbons, etc. that will pollute the air. Power stations will release methane, carbon dioxide, etc. Demolition buildings. Due to demolition buildings, it will produce carbon dioxide. And you may have read in newspaper and news channels the recent demolition of flats near Marad. And during road construction, it will create lot of dust particles that may include carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. And in industry, while carrying out different processes like mining, quarrying, etc., lot of dust particles, carbon dioxide, etc., are released to air. Then volcanic eruptions may release large amount of sulfurous oxides. Then during forest fires, large amount of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, etc. are released to the air that may pollute the air. Effects of air pollution. The small dust particles in the air can cause eye irritation. The carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide in the air can result in nose and throat irritation. The term mortality means the factors that are related to death. So the air pollution, the pollutants in the air can result in increase in mortality rate. The term pulmonary is related to the body part lungs, and it point out to the flow of blood into the lungs, and this may result in serious diseases like asthma and bronchitis. Carbon monoxide in the air readily combines with hemoglobin in the blood, and it will replace oxygen from the blood. Carcinogenic, the term means the substance that cause cancer. So the carcinogenic agents can cause cancer. On plants and animals, it suppresses the growth and premature aging on plants. Sometimes it may result in leaf bleaching. The acid deposition can cause damage to aquatic life. Then, respiratory problems in animals also can be caused as a result of these pollutants in air. On environment, the air pollutants reduces the visibility due to the smog formation. Smog is a combination of smoke and fog-like particles in the air. Acid deposition can sometimes result in corroding of metals. You may have studied about iron corrosion, and discoloration of buildings, clothes, etc. are as a result of these pollutants in air. Control measures determine the priority of air pollutants based on the health effect. Periodic air quality monitoring. Air quality monitoring means how clean the air is or how much portion of the air is polluted. Adoption of stringent the meaning is accurate, pollution control measures. Reduction in the use of conventional fuels. Promotion of use of renewable energy sources. For example, solar energy, wind energy, etc. Afforestation programs. That means planting more trees. Classification of air pollution. Gaseous pollutants and particulate pollutants. Mainly, primary air pollutants are emitted directly from identifiable sources, and for example, halogen compounds, sulfur compounds, oxides of nitrogen, etc. Secondary air pollutants are produced as a result of two or more primary pollutants. For example, ozone, formaldehyde, acid mist, etc. CO pollution. CO means carbon monoxide. Colorless, odorless, poisonous gas produced by incomplete combustion. CO2 stands for carbon dioxide, form of smoke by burning various fuels. How to control air pollution? Catalytic converters for emissions from automobiles, so that it is filtered when emission comes from the automobiles. Then toll stacks for chimneys, zoning, making some buffer zone. Then growing more trees, it also will control air pollution. Water pollution. Water pollution can be defined as the presence of some foreign substance or impurities such that their concentration can cause serious health hazard. As you all know, 70% of the Earth's surface is filled with water. Out of the 70 percentage, 97% is salty, and fresh water constitutes only 3%. Water pollution and its sources. Natural sources of water: rainwater, atmosphere, then surrounding water, underground rocks and volcanoes, natural runoff. Then domestic water, agricultural runoff, nitrogen, phosphate, organic matter, pesticides. Industrial effluent, around 400 billion tons of industrial waste. Water pollutants and its effects. Inorganic salts, nitrates, phosphates, etc. These entities makes water hard. Then acid and alkalis causes eye irritation to swimmers. If pH value below 5, fish population is 0. Organic matter, suspended solids, floating matter, domestic waste and sewage, industrial waste, oils, bacteria. These are other entities that makes water polluted. Sustainable wastewater treatment. The assumption is that global population by 2050 will be 9 billion. Various units in the wastewater treatment. Step 1, treatment. So in the step 1, large floating matter, rags, sticks, etc. are removed. Step 2, settleable solids are removed. Step 3, dissolved pollutants are biologically degraded with the help of microorganisms. Then step 4, that is advanced treatment step. Additional treatment needed to remove impurities which remains after secondary treatment need to be removed. The diagram shows an example of wastewater treatment plant. So in the wastewater treatment plant we have the primary sedimentation tank. So sediments means the deposits, large deposits are first removed. Then after that the water is passed aeration tank. Aeration tank means different microorganisms are used for treatment of wastewater. Then after that it goes to the secondary treatment, and for the further purification we are passing it to chlorine tank. Sedimentation means the process of settling or being deposited as sediment. Aeration pumps air into the tank, creates microbial growth or microorganism growth. Microbes feed on organic material. And finally, flocks. Flocks means mass of fine particles are formed. This diagram also shows the treatment of wastewater. So, the pre-treatment plant, scum means the larger things are eliminated from the wastewater, and we have an overflow pump here to overflow the wastewater. Then under the primary treatment we are passing the wastewater to the primary treatment plant, and large sags, sticks, etc. are removed, and it will be passed to aeration tank. And the aeration tank, it supports microorganism growth, and it is from the aeration tank it is passed to secondary treatment plants, and from the secondary treatment plant it is again passed to sludge digestion. And there is a diagram for the dryer. In the diagram dryer is shown, and during the dry sludge finishing it will eliminate the, during the wastewater treatment plants it will eliminate methane. That is also shown in the diagram. Options of waste removal. In the primary treatment plant, 50 to 60% of total suspended solids are removed, and the advantages are reducing the power consumption and carbon footprint, decrease inert secondary sludge in landfills, increases the plant capacity and decreasing running cost. Wetlands and lagoons. Lagoons examples are ponds. They are used to remove the heavy metals. Then bacteria and algae perform the rest of the purification process. Anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic bacteria degrade organic materials in the absence of oxygen and releasing methane. Soil aquifer treatment. Partially purified water allowed to pass through the different layers of soil to the groundwater. So in this diagram, pre and primary treatment plant, water is entering into pre and primary treatment plant, and large deposits are eliminated, and it will be filtered and passed to the secondary treatment plant. Subsurface flow constructed wetland in secondary treatment, and it is passed to the reuse or disposal or drainage of treated water, and when possible grey water to be separated from the black water. Control of water pollution. Reduce waste at the source. Biodegradation. Different toxic chemicals to be converted to non-toxic chemicals by the microorganisms. Some chemical treatments can be performed on the water. Electrodialysis and ion exchange can be done for control of wastewater pollution. Sustainable wastewater treatment. So, operational sustainability related to public health, the system should remove the microbes in a consistent manner. Consistent means in a fixed manner. Structural integrity, it manages the peak loads of wastewater. Environmental sustainability, pollution mitigation. That means it should be able to remove the pollutants as per the local standards. Nutrients from wastewater should be effectively used. Economic sustainability means whenever we use a technology, the technology should be affordable, or in other words, it should be cost effective. Hope that you have got a clear cut idea about what is environmental pollution, what do you mean by air pollution and effects of air pollution, water pollution and its sources, and how we are doing the wastewater management. Thank you.